Hello, dear students. Welcome to this class again. This is Entrepreneurship. I'm Miss Tania Poveda. So last class, we were talking about business ideas. Remember? You were working on brainstorming and you did a really good job with those. So today we're going to continue with this, but now we're going to go from idea to business. So we are going to learn what to do next. And I'm going to explain a little bit about the new product development. It's very important we understand that right now we're starting with a personal project that we can make true, we can make happen. Let's start with this basic definition. What is a product? Well, you probably know in mathematics, product is the result of something. You have a problem, numbers, and then you have a result. That's a product. It's what happened in the end of a process. In marketing or in business, a product, we can read here this definition, a good idea, method, information, object, or service created as a result of a process and serves a need or satisfies a need. Okay? So let's distinguish something very important. When we talk about products, we can talk about touchable products that we can touch physically with our hands, like a computer, a cell phone, shoes, clothes, a house, a car. And we have untouchable products. If we are talking about touchable products, like a car, a bike, a pen, a cell phone again, we call them goods. Yes, you can use it in singular or in plural. In that case, it's not an adjective, it's a noun. So you can say that maybe you sell goods. Or this is a good of my business. Okay? So it's a way you call touchable products. And untouchable, because even you pay for them or people pay for this, you cannot touch it. You cannot even see it sometimes. I mean physically. When we're talking about untouchable products, we're talking about services. Examples of services. Internet, the most common service right now. Can you see internet? Can you touch it? No, right? But it's a signal that you receive in your house and you are paying for it. In that case, you're paying a service or a product. What kind of product? Untouchable. Okay? With these definitions, we can continue with NPD. What is NPD? This is new product development. Remember these letters, NPD. And we have a whole process about this. So we understand that NPD means new product development, which is market opportunities into product available for sale. In other words, is that we have a product and we look for a market to sell this product. That's it. We have three important graphics here. We're going to start with the first one, the triangle. This is what you need when you are working on an NPD, that your product has a good quality, success factors, cost, and time. Sometimes people want something cheap, but good and fast. So this is not possible. These combinations are not working together. You have something cheap and good, but it produces really slowly. You want something cheap and fast, you get low quality. You get something good and fast, it's pricey, it's expensive. And if you want something good, cheap, and fast, it's not going to happen. Okay? So take your time to plan, take your time to analyze, and take good decisions so you can get good quality, good time, good cost with success factors. Okay? Very important, this combination. On the right, we have this bulb, and let's read in order. It starts here. So idea generation, idea screening, concept development and testing, marketing strategy development, business analysis, product development, test marketing, and commercialization. If you pay attention on the top, we're talking about this whole process. Right now, if you pay attention here on the top on green, we have idea generation. It's what you've been working the past days. So we have an idea, and then it's very important that we understand that we have two ways to get better ideas. Using internal idea sources, like people working with you. You right now understand the difference between internal and external factors or sources. When we're talking about internal, we're talking about people close to you or factors inside the business, in the company. So it's important to understand that 55% of ideas come from internal sources. Maybe you are working on something with your friends and you gather to talk about something and you get ideas. Well, it's very possible that 55% of those good ideas come from them. That's why it's really important to listen. And 28% can come from outside or external sources. For example, society, clients, competitors, etc. So you see how important it is to work together with other people and listen to the people in your team. It's really good. Of course, it's very, very important to be accurate, to be informed about what's going on outside the business. Very necessary to know a SWOT analysis, something you already know. And remember, we are still in green in idea generation. So we work on a SWOT analysis. We're going to do that again now with your business idea, but not yet. Then we have a market research, something we should do. And then what are you going to do with your ideas? You're going to put them all together, as you can see here in the picture, people talking and having ideas and then putting all the ideas together to get the best ones. So you filter the ideas. In this case, you have 10,000 ideas and in the end you have 100. That might happen, yeah. Maybe in a small business, like the one I want you to start very soon or after school, maybe you start with 20 ideas and you filter and in the end you have maybe 4 or 5. That's okay. It's according to the size of the company. Okay, so now we are on idea screening. What is that? Well, mission and vision. This is how much we want to grow. What do we do? The next step is to turn idea into concept. So it's like working on this business plan, which is actually what we are doing right now. And then we decide marketing, branding, and other business strategies. It's very important we understand this. On the right, we have these pictures here: target, customer, identity, marketing, and management. Because sometimes we think that business is to buy something and sell something. Okay, that's good. I mean, if you're making money, if you want to work on that, that's okay. But we can do it better if we are very smart about the target. So the customers, the type of customers we want, if we know our customers, the identity of our product or of our business, the marketing we're going to use, and management. And here I'm going to pause a little bit because I want you to understand that a lot of people confuse marketing with publicity. Yeah, it can get a little bit confusing because we don't know much about that. Just let me tell you, and I'm going to explain this later, but just let me tell you that publicity is part of marketing. It's like the son of marketing because marketing is a lot of things. Publicity is one of those. So if you want a wider view about situation, marketing is going to give you a wider view. One of the parts of marketing will be publicity. Okay? Just a pause because some people confuse that. Okay, if we continue with this, then we have product development. And here is when we are going to work with your idea, you're going to make it real. Let's suppose that we're talking about goods, touchable products. So you have your concept, and then you have people working on this, creating, using materials and providers, and then creating something new that you can sell to the market. And then you have the ended product, the one you're going to sell. And here, as we can read, it says product concept is transformed into an actual tangible product. Here, we continue with product development. Probably they are doing an analysis here or checking if everything is working right. And finally, well, not finally, but almost in the end, we have commercialization and launch. Commercialization means nothing else than introducing a new product into the market. So that's when you sell the product. You buy parts or raw materials to providers, and then you make the product and you sell it. And launch means like the first time you are going to show the product to the market. If you pay attention to all these things above here, you probably realize that this is nothing different than the business plan. Do you remember the parts of business plan? Remember that they are not only 4. I'm teaching you 4 and trying to teach you as much as possible in each stage, but this is other way to talk about our business plan. In the end, it's the same with launch. Remember the launch, I'm going to repeat this. Remember the launch is the first time you're going to show the product to the market. How do you launch a product? Usually you do it with a big party, with a concert, with clients testing the product and things like that. Okay, what do you have to consider when you are going to launch a product? You have to consider launch geography. So the place where you are going to launch the product, physically the place. Sometimes you can do an online launch. Sometimes you can show a product by the very first time online. Like right now that we cannot go out too often or we cannot go to parties or concerts, people are using a lot of social sites, social medias to launch products. And the most common one right now is Instagram, for example. People use it to show their products by the very first time. And some people even pay, which is good when they're working on businesses. In Instagram, people pay so their product can reach more and more people, and more people will see it. So when you are checking your Instagram or even Facebook too, but especially Instagram, and suddenly you start seeing like a lot of publicity, is because those people are paying to show up on your phone. So you can launch a product physically in a place, like in a mall, in a concert, or online, like in a social media. Sales volume. It means how much you want or you have to sell to cover your cost and get profits. So that's sales volume. We're talking about selling a lot of your product. Country regulations. Hopefully here you remember last year we were talking about how to start a business. Remember that regulations or law change from country to country. And sometimes they even change from one city to other city, from one town to another one, or one province to other province. So you have to be very careful that everything you're doing, it's going according to the regulations of the place where you're going to launch the product. So pay attention carefully about that. And my favorite one is pricing strategy. Well, there are a lot of strategies when you want to sell a product. I think last year we studied 7, if I'm not wrong. Well, pricing strategy is really like very, very important, especially on launching, because do you want like to sell a lot, like a popular product that everybody has it? Okay, low price. Do you want to make it exclusive, like only few people can afford it? Use a high price. It's a regular product that everybody can have it and use it. Use an average price. That's simple. Once you get all these steps, you have your idea generation, your idea screening, concept development, business analysis, product development, commercialization and launch. You can celebrate your success. It means you made it. You had your own business, you have your own product in the market. The thing is that you have to keep working on that and try to grow, because this is not stopping. Once you have a success product, someone else will probably copy your idea and have other success product too. So you have always to be working on be number one. Okay? Especially when the idea is really good and the competitors, other people with similar products, they want to keep your piece of market. They're going to work really hard to do it the same or even better than you do. Okay, so celebrate, it's okay, but don't fall asleep. Keep working. Okay, if you study economy, you probably know this by now. This is the product life cycle, or PLC. This is something that you're going probably to study at university, but it's really important that we understand it right now. I'm going to use this pointer here. Okay. This, probably using mathematics, x and y axis. Okay. So here, the vertical one is going to represent sales, how much you sell of that product. And the horizontal one is going to be time. Can be days, weeks, months, or years. This is what happened with a product. Exactly what happened with a product. And right now, I'm going to ask you to think about any product you like. Think about that. Come on. Maybe you're thinking on a cell phone because right now you have it by your hand, or you have it in your hand, or because it's very popular, or because I'm just saying a cell phone. Okay, let's think about a cell phone. Let's think about a cell phone life cycle. Do you remember when that cell phone came into the market? it was probably a few months ago. So you saw the publicity on Facebook, on Instagram, on TV, on others, on other medias, maybe YouTube, and you couldn't stop watching this product. It was like everywhere, right? And then everybody wanted that cell phone, and they start selling a lot, and everybody was buying that cell phone. I'm talking about a specific cell phone you have with you right now. It can be a Samsung, LG, iPhone, any brand, it's okay. And then now everybody has it, and they are using the product really good. And now they just want to change the product. You don't want that cell phone anymore. So people stop using it. People stop buying that specific type of cell phone. So that life cycle starts with introduction of the product, growth of the product, maturity, and decline. Again, time will vary according to the product. In the case of cell phones or any other technological device, probably it's going to be really fast, probably only weeks. But if we're talking about something different, for example, a bottle of wine, maybe it can last years, especially the maturity one, maybe. Or if we're talking maybe about clothes, a specific brand or a specific design, well, it depends on the product. And then when people stop buying that product, or maybe you stop producing it, or people decide to change the product, you call it decline. And this is something I want you to remember because you're going to use it a lot. So right now that you are sitting here in front of your computer or in front of your cell phone, if you look around you, right in front of you, you're going to see all kinds of products. Maybe chairs, tables, glass, bottles, shoes, etc. All of those products have a life cycle. All of those products had an introduction, growth, maturity, and decline. Think about that and you'll find out. Sadly, after the decline, if we are not lucky, or if we are not working hard, or if we are changing into other business or other product production, this is going to be called disposal or end of life. Product is in the end of its useful life, so you don't sell it anymore. Product recall, phases out. You see? So that's it for today. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a wonderful day and see you next week. Bye-bye.